Hey, everybody, Off the Mic Sports Network here. Another edition of Off the Top Rope. One of the big stories, everything that we have been expecting and had been rumoring to see since, Bad Blood last year in Atlanta. Gunther and Goldberg are going to face each other at Saturday night's main event, July 12th, in Atlanta. Coincidentally, this is reportedly going to be Goldberg's last match, at least everything that you've heard. Everybody thought that Goldberg was coming in for Night of Champions in that Saudi Arabian check. That's not the case. He is coming in for Saturday night's main event in his hometown, where he grew up, where he became a football player. He was at the University of Georgia. He played for the Falcons, where he shined as a member of WCW. So clearly, this means something to Bill Goldberg. And I will support all my Jewish tribesmen. So, cool. But let's be real about this, guys. Goldberg sucks. I'm just going to be blunt about it. The guy could barely get on the ropes and was winded about halfway through this promo. He had some cool looking merch. I'll give him that. But I've already started seeing people theorize about what this match is going to look like between him and Gunther in a month's time at Saturday night's main event. And there's a lot of meat on the bone, a lot of different angles you can go with this. But let's talk about this strictly from the WWE and how this match should look perspective. We can talk about, the fact that this is going up against AEW All In. Although realistically, if you think about the timing of it, it won't. All In will be over by the time that this match even gets the bell rings for this match. So let's leave that out of this. If there is any other finish than Gunther winning this match in less than 5 minutes, I don't know what the fuck we're doing here. This is to me, it's an opportunity to put over a new star. And if you guys think that this is like Vince McMahon with him bearing the Fiend or, all this other stuff, guys, I am here to tell you, and I've already seen people saying it would be a great idea for Gunther to lose to Goldberg, lose the World Heavyweight Championship just so Seth Rollins could cash in. Let me ask you guys that question. What does that accomplish other than notoriety and publicity, which nobody is going to give a shit about 5 seconds after you have Goldberg lose the championship? If that happens, then that means politics reared its ugly head in this thing, because in no way, shape, or form in the year of our Lord 2025, should Goldberg be having a World Heavyweight Championship match? But I guess this is a little bit of a peace offering. It's his last match. You can have it against Gunther. It's in his hometown. They're rolling out the red carpet to make this a big deal for one of the legends of the business, even though he is a limited wrestler. But this guy cannot go in 2025. This guy's almost 60, okay? So from a WWE perspective, and also considering the way Saturday night's main event has been laid out since it came back at the end of last year, there has been one title change, if you want to count it. And that was the one title change that they technically had was when a new championship was introduced, when Michin took on Chelsea Green, and Chelsea Green was the first ever Women's United States champion. That's it. There hasn't been title changes at this event. This is basically a glorified house show. So if you think honestly that WWE is going to have a title change on a show that they haven't had a title change on before, B, have Bill Goldberg in his 50s hold the World Heavyweight title only for Seth Rollins to cash in on him, you are out of your fucking minds. What does that accomplish for Seth Rollins to just come out and cash in on Goldberg? What does that accomplish when you've got Cody Rhodes rooting around the main event scene and potentially facing John Cena? When you've got, obviously Gunther holding the championship, Jey Uso's roaming around the Sami Zayn's guts. Why would they do that? Why would WWE do that? Also, leave out aside from the fact, and I have no personal knowledge of this personally, but based off everything that I've known and I have seen about Goldberg and Triple H's history, these two, Triple H is not going to just, make a quick buck off of giving Goldberg the World Heavyweight title. Again, Goldberg doesn't see the big picture, and obviously he's all about himself, but Triple H, if there's one thing about him, he will always see the big picture and understand that, hey, what I just said, why would we do that on a free television main event, then have a cash in on it, waste our briefcase on it? Why would we do that there and do it on a near 60-year-old Bill Goldberg? Why would we do that? If it's me personally, I have this be title versus career. Easy way to sell it. And maybe Goldberg gets a hope spear right out of the gate and Gunther kicks out. And then Gunther proceeds to choke him out in less than 5 minutes. Some people are saying, hey, let's try and run back the whole WrestleMania 33 match between Brock Lesnar and Goldberg. Guys, that was almost 10 years ago. I don't think Goldberg has that in him. If anything, you have got to suck the life out and go ultimate maximum bullshit heel and asshole heel in Gunther and just have him kill Goldberg. I don't know if that's going to happen, but this match cannot go beyond 5 to 10 minutes. It can't. And if it does, what the fuck are we doing? It's just the amount of people that I have seen that and people who are just, some of these people are reliable people. Some of these people are, these fan grifting accounts who just want to make a quick buck and just try to create hot takes. You guys know who you are. Listen, I said it before and I'll say it again. What does that accomplish? You're talking about notoriety? What the fuck, dude? Goldberg hasn't wrestled a match in 3 years. He hasn't wrestled a match in 3 years. Unless I'm missing something, Goldberg hasn't been on television since he wrestled Roman Reigns at I think, what was it? Was it Elimination Chamber in 2022? I don't think he's wrestled a match since that point. So giving him the world, listen, I understand that this is the way this was going. I was kind of dreading it. Goldberg just looked winded. He's an old man. Again, I support my tribesmen. I'm a proud Jewish man. It's great that Goldberg has been a big part of the wrestling business, and he was very exciting years ago. And he was exciting when he was somewhat exciting when he came back in 2016. Guys, that was 9-10 years ago. And we're expecting him to walk back in after Gunther just won the World Heavyweight title, and we're going to have Gunther lose. If you guys know anything about Triple H, he loves Gunther. There's no way that Gunther is losing this match. None. Zero chance whatsoever. Now, if they want to have Seth Rollins cash in on Gunther after that, I think that's a little bit too ambitious if you're asking me. And also Gunther, I think personally should just destroy Goldberg. And, it would give him a big notch on his belt. You can move on his merry way, be a dominant superstar. And, hey, in the eyes of some of the IWC who fucking hates Goldberg, win some points with them, because there's a lot of people in the IWC who don't like Gunther for whatever reason and think he's not entertaining. He's very old school. So, guys, I'm just here to tell you that, listen, this isn't TKO. This isn't, some sort of money grabbing thing. This has been something that has been in the works since October of last year. We knew that this was happening. I don't like it any more than you, but it is a send-off for a Hall of Famer in their company in his hometown. He's not doing this for Saudi Arabian money. So that's another thing that you guys can get mad at him about. And, we move on. And as long as Gunther pushes through and, there isn't anything. And like I said, Gunther is one of WWE and, Triple H's guys. So again, it's just like with it being at Saturday night's main event, I just don't foresee a scenario where he wins. It should be harmless. I don't like it any more than you do, but there are a lot crazier things to worry about in professional wrestling than Bill Goldberg in his 50s. It's not great, but if you're going to be one of these AEW schmucks who are going to laugh hysterically at this happening, where the fuck were you guys at when Jeff Jarrett was getting a world title push at the start of the year and they abruptly canceled that? I understand that Jeff Jarrett and even Sting are better wrestlers, but those guys should not be getting pushed at the top of the card at this stage of their career. Sting won a tag team title, and, they utilize Sting really well. There's a difference between, and maybe I'm proven wrong, that, maybe they do go the way of giving Goldberg a win. I don't know why they would, but guys, this is just the way the business works sometimes. So I'll have another angle on this because there's another piece of this that really bothers me that AEW fans are starting to make this more of a discussion about, man, how could you watch Kenny Omega versus you can watch something over a Goldberg match over Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada. I'll get to that at some point here on the channel. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you. Bye bye.